It's so over for Dubai. Is Dubai a bubble? So I was watching this person's video, Filian, like felon, but 907,000 subscribers, 859,000 views, 5,400 comments. And it's hilarious, really negative. So let's break this down. Let's get straight to action, right? So his first concern was that the only source of revenue for Dubai is oil. Now, so let's go point by point. The first point was oil is the revenue source. Now, and then because it's depleting, they're moving towards other channels like tourism and that's it, tourism. So that is why they're promoting Dubai. So this is what he mentions. It's a I mean, it's clearly when I see the profile of the person, I understand how uneducated his approach is. And then, of course, we have the entire row of uneducation hitting. But before I get into this explanation, let's watch a video by Elon Musk.
Because we've spent so much money, it's like the federal budget deficit is insane. It's like $3 trillion federal expenditures are $7 trillion, federal revenue is $4 trillion. That's a $3 trillion difference in, if this was a company, it'd be a $3 trillion loss. So I don't know if we should be adding to that loss. That seems pretty crazy. Something's got to give. You can't just spend $3 trillion more than you own every year and don't expect something bad to happen. I think, this is not good. The deficit is more than $3 trillion when you look at the future obligations. So it's $7 trillion of current expenditures, but it's much more than that if you look at future obligations for Social Security, Medicare, and so forth. So we're running this incredible deficit. Someone's got to give.
So that's what US is dealing with, a $3 trillion debt situation on a cycle. So we're okay. Now let's just talk purely about energy. Now energy, or let's say gas. Gas is one of the reasons why the whole world is under war, right? As in all the wars around Middle East which US caused was in the search or hunt or to acquire nations that provide gas, including even now the Israel-Palestine war. If you dig deep into the whole situation that's happening, it's just for the gas in Gaza. Why did one of the biggest factors of the European economy was, yes, because when the Russian-Ukrainian war happened, UK and Europe had sanctions against Russian gas. And when Russia stopped providing gas to Europe, that's one of the major factors that caused inflation. And now the entire economy is in shambles. They are trying, while the whole world is in a hunt of energy, guess what's happening in the Middle East? So to understand one of the sections what Dubai is up to, you must study the Mohammed bin Rashid Solar Park. So if you just study this project and the plans that they have, the future of the world, my friends, is in clean energy, green energy, yes, hydrogen based energy. Now, what I love about real estate is that, you get to interact and engage with actual intelligent businessmen who work, who do the job. See, sitting behind a screen and judging an entire nation is complicated, but you have to hang on, felon, that, because you need to hang on to this video. So the MBR Solar Park has intention of close to 5,000 megawatt worth of power that translates to 5 gigawatt by 2030. So how did I get to know this information is that one of my clients, he owns about 10,000 hectares of land in Germany. And his main business model itself is he builds windmills, and he has a solar park facility as well. And their goal is to supply close to 1.5 gigawatts, 1 to 1.5 gigawatts to the German government. So now he has handed over the business to his son, and he's come to Dubai because he sees the future in Dubai. Especially, they are revolutionizing energy. Now, that is how powerful. See, if you think Dubai is only into tourism and oil, it's not. It's never been into oil. That itself was wrong. but it's not. It's a futuristic city. In fact, I feel like nowadays the entire educational system in most part of the world are obsolete because there's been a huge shift in the world order itself, in how the world functions. So Dubai is such a futuristic city that they have already started investing in AI, in such futuristic projects. Tourism is a big plus, but I think Dubai has so many multiple income models that I'll have to make a separate video on that itself. But today we're going to focus purely on this one video. Let's go to point number two. And number two, he called the Burj Khalifa a giant penis. It's just a big. Just in 2022, there were 969 million tourists in Dubai to see this big dick. So he said that there's no purpose of the Burj Khalifa. The only purpose of Burj Khalifa that it's what he thinks it is. So that itself shows his sort of mindset. And for me, I'm surprised. Actually, see, I don't mind uneducated people having perspective because that's the whole American dream, right? Freedom of speech. But the fact that when you have a bunch of followers, so that's why social media influencing is a very strong role. You cannot guide people based on nonsense, right? So every time someone makes a video, say, I love Dubai. But I'll tell you why I'm getting into more points. Like we're going to do a US versus Dubai because he started the war. I'll finish it. Next, he spoke about the sovereign system. So this is funny coming from an American because he was complaining about the poop trucks, the lines of poop trucks. So yes, in 2009, a video did go viral. And then he was even complaining about the history of Dubai, like they were just fishermen. I'm like, yes, that's precisely why I have so much of respect towards the Emiratis because they have worked really hard and today they've made one of the best cities in the world. And then you have monkeys like these coming and commenting against such a wonderful nation. So, so this video got viral in 2009. Now we've got two massive facilities in Abir and in Jebel Ali. Now, if you just see the size of these facilities, they take care of the entire sewerage of Dubai. And apart from this, yes, they're going to they're developing an entire sewerage system worth around 30 billion. So this is precisely what I'm trying to say. Dubai, you are looking at one faceted angle. They are working on so many angles. So I'm in the industry of real estate. So I've constantly told all my followers that, see, Dubai is so powerful that one person cannot even fathom the kind of thought that has gone towards building this magnificent city. So what I do is I try and follow the government, where the government is constructing, where the government is developing. You follow them. So then he spoke a lot of nonsense about the RTA, which I don't want to entertain. The next point is very hilarious, where he's like, Dubai, what? If you eat poppy seeds, you get 20 years in jail.
But poppy seeds are illegal in the UAE as well as other countries in the world, I guess because of opium, but alas, it can land you 20 years in prison.
So it's funny, we're actually happy about that. So he had a problem with drugs, that, you know, yes, if you're caught smoking weed, you can get up to 20 years in jail. And I know this may seem like a con for Americans, but then, and he was speaking something about the Sharia law, but slowly with when you have a family and when you want to just settle down in a place that is safe, you enjoy that, the fact that there's such a strict law against drugs. And then he had a problem that they don't allow same-sex marriages. So fun fact, Felon, I have billionaires moving out of US because they've had cases where they go to school and the teacher says, okay, this is male and a male, and this is I'm talking about 7-year-old kids, that this is a male and a male and they can get married. This is a female and a female, these guys can get married. and it's absolutely fine. See, I don't think a 7-year-old needs that information, and I guess actual successful people resonate with that thought. And so one of the major reasons of the rise of the Middle East is this one phenomenon that, people are not happy, and then when they come back home and they tell their daddy, mommy, you know what, me, like Zohaib and Zohaib can get married, it's. And when the dad says, no, 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 see, because there are conventional people. See, we're not against the pride community. But then when a lot of people don't accept that, okay, a man is a man, a woman is a woman, and a man marries a woman, and we are happy that way. So there are a lot of people who are conventional. When they tell that to their kids, and the kids go back to school and tell them, oh, sorry, no, my parents told me only a man and a woman can get married, then you get a call from Child Protection Services that you cannot give such wrong advice to your children. And this, my friends, is one of the biggest reasons why people are moving out. I've had, like I said, billionaires who are canceling their American citizenship, because of extremely high tax. So one was this reason. Yes, drugs, very big reason. Pride community, the rise, this entire pronouns, him, her, refer to me as a dog. We're happy being humans, and we're not happy with that situation. They wanted a safe environment for their family. So one major reason was this. Another big reason, most common reason, is that, my kids were studying in X school. We had a shooting that was like 5 miles away. There was a shooting in another school. So weapons, aka safety. So one of the biggest reasons of Dubai's, yes, Dubai is a capitalist economy. We don't want to be like the US. We want to be like a Monaco, where the richest of the entire world can live a safe, a sane life. When people who are very happy with the Sharia law and think it makes sense that they can provide a safe environment, good education, good medical. No one's gonna, if I'm walking on the street, there's no one's gonna come. I can walk with my Rolex. Where's my Rolex? Okay. I can walk with my Rolex on the street. No one's gonna mug me. There's no one who's gonna, I can go to my car and no one's gonna try and steal my car. Which comes to, let's look at the situation, the drug situation. Let's watch a scene about the drug situation in the US.
Could I ask what you're smoking, sir? Fentanyl. Fentanyl.
Apart from the drug situation, when he mentioned about the poop trucks, I was like, hey, we have people living in sewers over there. They're called the mole men. The mole men. Watch a clip on that.
Live in the tunnel?
I live in the tunnel.
Down there?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. How do you get down there?
That is there. A lot of there.
Oh, yeah.
I was astonished to find out Carlos's home was a sewer.
And then you have, there's been such a high rise. Okay, I'm not even going to talk about this topic. It's just, I'm feel like I'm going down to his level, which I don't want to. I'm just trying to give people the facts out there. And apart from this, there's been such a high rise in violent crimes in the US. Now, I'm not going to speak about Europe and UK because I've not had somebody from the Europe and UK make such videos, because see, why don't we all live in harmony? We don't want to speak against any other country. We are very happy with the progress of Dubai, and we think it's a great place to live, a great place to raise your family, a phenomenal environment. But so let's just quickly continue the video and see what else he talks about against Dubai. So the next is like people are paid to come and live in Dubai. So he's using Messi's reference that, oh, you know what? They are paid to come and live in Dubai. My friend, people don't want to live in US. They don't want to live in Canada. They don't want to live in Australia. They don't want to live in Europe. They don't want to live in UK because of the taxes and the living conditions. It's just sad. So I'm in the real estate industry. I'm into social media. I'm unable to handle the traffic of people who are, last year 1.2 million visas were issued. We are trying to create homes for all the people because they are terrified of that nation over there. So, and then this is one point where every American has a big issue with that. Hey, you know what? The only, I don't know, this is point number 6. The only non-residents are the poor people from Africa, India, and Pakistan, right? So that is another big topic that. Now, again, since you have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, I was a manager in Dubai Labor Supply Company back in 2015. I was literally building camps. I was acquiring lands. It was owned by the royal family. So we were acquiring lands all across UAE, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman, Umm Al Quwain, Fujairah, Ras Al Khaimah, all across UAE. We've been acquiring lands, building camps, building warehouses. I've taken care of 15,000 workers. So I know their lives. So instead of racism and making people live in sewers and streets, if you check a camp, I've lived in these camps because every time I've built a camp, I try to make sure that they're absolutely in a condition where even I could stay. So these camps, they have gyms, they have internet cafes, football grounds, and an employee, big concern that is a labor from these countries, they get a salary of around 1,000 dirhams a month, okay? And you look down upon it. But when it translates to their country, so in Pakistan, this would go up to like, I think 37,000 rupees. Where right now in Pakistan, it's very hard to earn that value. So if in their country, they don't get that. They get to live in a fantastic place. They have a job. What they do is, of these 1,000 dirhams, they send around 500 dirhams back to their houses. And yes, they work for a span of close to 20 years. And then at the end of 20 years, they get a gratuity. And with that sum, and this I'm talking from personal experience, I've seen this, all these people would have had their own house, which is their biggest dream. Their biggest dream is to own their own house in their country. So with this money that you look down upon, entire families are taken care of. The children go to school, their parents are taken care of, they eventually are able to build a house on their own. And so they are extremely happy with that. And yes, with time and experience, this may grow. But even if it does not, they're happy that they're able to get a job, work, and live in a city. There's no forced labor. We're not talking about trafficking that happens in the US. We're talking about giving jobs, dignity of labor, and this is exactly what they want, and they're very happy with that. So stop portraying that, oh my God, people in Dubai are monsters, they treat them, they live in such inhumane. We don't have beggars on the streets, right? We don't have beggars. We don't have people dying on the streets. We don't have people living on the streets. It's a clean city, and that's precisely why it's safe. Next, the clown steps into my turf. Real estate. He's talking about Palm Jumeirah, Jebel Ali, Dubai Islands, and World Islands. So he spoke and he's like, oh, Dubai is begging investors to invest into the desert. Palm Jubilee sold out. We didn't get stock. You know, it's really hard to get stock. Each villa. So just for you know that so if you get a little more itch and you start making more funny videos, the villas were sold at close to 40 million, and the plots were sold around 18 to 25 million dirhams, and these sold on day one. We didn't get stock. It was really hard to get stock. You had to really plan way ahead. So sorry. Dubai Islands, it's sold out. All the plots are sold out. All purchased by private developers. They've been given a timeline of 3 years to complete the project. So please hang on. We'll show you the development in Dubai Islands as well. World Islands, I agree. There have been issues with World Islands. There are 2 islands that are functional. But see, Dubai is a young real estate country. We are learning, but now we are at a state that we are so powerful that no country can speak against Dubai. The whole Dubai has gained so much respect because today Dubai is spoken with the top premium countries in the world. US, London, Singapore. It's compared. So let's say the billionaires who come from US, they are considering, okay, should we move to, because considering there's so much of violence and crime and drugs and pride in America that nobody wants that dream. The American dream, you can keep it to yourself. But what they try and do is they decide to move either to Miami, Portugal, or Dubai. And then when they explore the 3 areas, they're very happy with Dubai and they are willing to move. Okay, next he's talking about sex tourism. That's funny coming from an American. We can't beat you with sex tourism or sex trafficking. It's really hard. If I give you a glimpse on how the prostitution happening in America.
A massive open-air sex market flourishing on one of Seattle's busiest strips.
Every now and then I see a pimp out there. I just want to make sure they don't hit the girls.
Just another day on North Aurora Avenue.
So let's not even get that. Like I said, I have some dignity to maintain, so I'm not going to stoop to your level. But the next he was talking about is he's calling it a supercar graveyard. He was calling it a supercar graveyard. It's very interesting to find these terms where he's showing pictures of all these supercars that were lying in dust. Yes, they are extremely rich, and sometimes they do leave their cars. And then yes, we have some Americans who come by who don't have the money and then they leave the cars and run away. But if you're telling that the people in Dubai, Habibi, come to Dubai, you will find supercars here all. In fact, I had an investor from Netherlands and I was asking him, so why did you choose to move to Dubai? So I ask this every time I have really sensible, rich investors moving to Dubai. I asked them, why are you moving to Dubai? So he was like, hey, if I wear a Rolex or if I drive a Rolls Royce in Netherlands, I'll be scared of thugs and the government. But in Dubai, if I drive a Rolls Royce, nobody cares because every other car is a Rolls Royce over here. I think that answers your question about it being a supercar graveyard and nobody can afford in Dubai. That clears the statement. So the next topic was something called astroturfing. Interesting. So, okay, see, this is why I watch such videos. You get to understand so many funny terms. So astroturfing is that apparently Dubai pays influencers to talk good about Dubai. And he posted a lady's video where she said that she feels unsafe wearing a Cartier in LA and she doesn't feel the same in Dubai. And he had a problem with that. So, and he's talking about what? Social influencers need to have a license. I don't have a license. I talk. I'm a decent influencer. I'm not as good as you, but no. And yes, we don't spread hate. So Dubai government does not promote hate. In fact, the other day, an influencer was even jailed because he was just going around throwing money, trying to buy cars. So they were like, no, this is not our culture. And that is also ground towards the Sharia law. The Emiratis believe to be modest, they are humble, and so they don't talk about, yes, you wouldn't find an Emirati talking about the shit in American streets because we find it wrong to speak about ill about someone else. That is why this video was very shocking for me, because it's very against our culture to speak so much of crap against another country. It's just so wrong. It's your perspective. Why would you try and influence people? Dubai has changed the lives of millions and millions of people from countries from all over the world. People have made so much of money from this fantastic country, including me. And they're given opportunity to us. And so we respect this country. It is our home. So now I have options. I can live anywhere in the world, right? Especially, you see, Indians are some of the most powerful people in today's world. So I've got family living in Canada. My sister is an Australian. She has an Australian passport. I would never live in any other country apart from Dubai, because I love Dubai. And so when I see someone like this who has no idea what Dubai is all about, what the culture is about, how the systems are in Dubai, it really does offend me. Then he spoke about homelessness, that there is no homeless in Dubai because it's illegal to be homeless. But how is that a bad thing? Yes, it is illegal to beg. It is illegal to be homeless. You either work or you go back home. You know what the main cause of the issues in the entire world is in today's? The reason why the whole world, the reason why people, billionaires from your countries are coming to Dubai, I'm going to explain a formula right now. So 30%, this formula can be applied to US, UK, Europe, any of the top economies. It can be connected to these. 30% are rich. 30% are middle class, and they're just surviving. Okay, they live, let's say, paycheck to paycheck, but they have decent salaries. They live a good life. They're able to raise a family. And then you have 40% who are in the poverty line. To be exact, just in America, currently, there are 37.9 million people living in poverty. So, what happens is, now why democracy doesn't work? Because this person pays the highest amount of tax, they pay a lot of tax. These guys sit at home and play video games because they just don't want to work. And Dubai, the Middle East, refuses this. They have to work. And when you are saying atrocities, they are happy, because even if you're in a camp, you are working with dignity. I mean, you may be working as a blue collar job. It can be plumbing, it can be ACs, it can be a carpenter, whatever it may be. You are working. You have no option to beg. You have no option, because we refuse this. Again, in Sharia law, we don't believe that you're supposed to beg. You are supposed to work hard and you will achieve success. And that is the reason why today Dubai is where it is, because of these strict laws. So I'd say I can't go beyond through this video, but as an ending note, I'm not paid to talk about Dubai. I genuinely love Dubai. I think it's a great city to live in. There may be other cities in the world that are great to live in as well. But for example, I talk to my relatives in Canada. They're like, hey, you know, Canada has got 4 seasons. It's beautiful. You can, there's so much of scenery. But what is the point if you can't make money? In today's world, it is, I think, one of the more, you can enjoy life to a very large extent if you have the right kind of financial backing. And that's what Dubai offers you. Dubai offers you an opportunity to make serious money. It can be in any industry. And yes, the next 2 to 3 years, Dubai is on an upward curve where you have phenomenal opportunities. What is going to happen post 2 to 3 years? I feel like there will be regulations in the market where, see, there'll be, right now, yes, you get phenomenal ROIs. We're making ROIs of 10 to 15%, but even higher. I think we've achieved close to 17%. I'll be making videos on that soon. But that is not viable. I think a standard strong economy, the ROI should be a maximum of 5%. So what's going to happen is, once the lands are completely sold out, the prices will increase until, you know, this buzz reduces, and then the ROIs are going to be 5 to 6%, 5, 7%. But then, yes, the people who have invested now will make a lot of money, and we're constantly making money in this market. So Dubai, for me, it's not a country, it's a business model. Sheikh Mohammed is the CEO. He's a person who loves this country. He loves the people in the country. He loves the people working hard in this country. And this country is, by far, I've been across the world, this is the best city to live in. Thank you for watching. Mohammed Sahib. Don't speak crap about Dubai.